I think you're going to
Democrats,
start
act
some
now or
very
lose the world's faith. It's your last
and
chance.
uh, you're going to get fights. But I think if the Democrats play it right and they don't fuck around when they get in power and they impeach, they arrest, they
Yes.
indict,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
if
Yes.
they
Yes.
get that
Yes.
done right away,
Yeah.
the rest of the world may have a little bit of faith in and come back to help you rebuild from the ship. If you don't,
Yeah. We're done.
we're gone.
We're done.
That's your last chance.
Right.
Absolute last chance to prove that you can do something right.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Cancel here on the Boudico BC2 network with my good friend for our next show called The Rock. My good friend from Newfoundland, Mr. Tom. Hello, Mr. Tom. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, Bill?
Good. Tom, I need a Canadian psychology break. We've known each other for over a year now. And I think
where'd that time go?
Exactly right. And I think you've known me as being a very optimistic, positive kind of guy, right? In the face of everything that's happening. So let me be the first to tell you, I am literally scared shitless right now. I'm finding myself. Go ahead.
Getting close to November and not knowing
exactly what the situation is. We're getting closer and closer to November. And I understand we have a couple of legal issues. Like, number one, he cannot legally stop the elections. I know that. My gut tells me that he's literally going to let November 3rd happen as per normal. There'll be no ICE at the polls. There'll be no military at the polls. He's going to let November 3rd happen as per normal. By 7 o'clock at night on November 3rd, he will then announce that the Republicans retain the Senate and retain the House, like he does every time. So, but then from November 5th, let's say, till Christmas, this country is going to be a complete and total hell because of all the lawsuits that are going to come up. And I'm trying to calm myself down about all that. So help me. Give me a Canadian calm down story.
Canadian calm down story. Let's say Newsom steps up and he encourages all the poll workers in California to get her done as fast as possible.
Right.
California is usually one of the last.
Absolutely, especially at midterms.
Yeah, and dipshit doesn't realize that there's time zones.
Right.
So he doesn't get the fact that at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock Eastern, when the polls close there, they're still open on the East Coast. They've still got hours to go.
Right.
So he doesn't correlate all of this stuff. But if Newsom can help expedite, then you might have a bit of a chance to have a breath. But he's going to fight it all the way, and it really doesn't matter because we already got a whiff of what might happen with Cassidy and him putting Blanche in place and then expressing his concern that, Peter Führer's right hand won't try to do something to help subvert the election.
So, Tom, you're one of the smartest guys I know, and one of the facts I love having you on the show is not because you're smart, but because you're Canadian. And you bring a completely out of the country perspective into America. I would even argue that you're more American than a lot of other Americans are because you know more about America than a lot of other Americans do, which is quite frightening. But do you honestly think he's that stupid to do something more egregious on November 3rd? I'm
I don't
talking
know
like
how you honestly. I don't know how you honestly want me to answer that.
honestly, but I mean, do you think of declaring martial law?
The fucking assholes try to go around you on the Kennedy Center and engrave his fucking name on it. You don't think he's going to try to do something with the election?
Yeah.
Sorry, trying to be a realist there, Bill. Just
No, that's why I love. That's why, bro. That's why I love you. You're one of the most realist people I ever know.
I have been calling since I was a teenager to say we've got to separate ourselves from the United States because
Right.
something's going to fucking happen one of these days, and we're here. Okay, and so I've been following this for decades.
Where are you now as a Canadian? Where is Canada now with the United States? Are we done? Are
No,
we
yeah,
are
we're
we
over
done?
you guys.
Right. So we're done to the next Democratic president, and then even then, Canada's going to look at us. Canada's going to look at us very carefully.
No, you're generationally fucked.
Right.
Generational. We don't trust the public to vote properly, to vote for decency, humanity. We don't trust you. It's the electorate. The
Right.
electorate put him there, knowing he was a pedophile, knowing he's a felon, knowing he's a fraudster, knowing he's a bankrupter,
Right.
knowing that he hates the fucking military, and you're just getting that now? Come
You know,
on.
I tell you, it's interesting you said that because I've been watching TikTok for the past few days, and they were interviewing people in Europe. Um, and the common theme that I kept hearing is precisely what you just said.
We fucking
Precisely
told you so.
that, no, that, but also they kept saying they can't trust a country
No.
where the people would allow this to happen by electing this fucking moron into office not once but twice.
Yeah. Why do you think there is a coalition coming that's going to be cutting the United States out? NATO, as we know it,
Right,
is done. We
right,
knew that was going to happen,
right.
but absolutely everything I've been calling for as a fucking teenager in the 90s, saying Europe needs to come together with Canada to fucking hold this shit together. It's finally coming true.
What?
And I just read that PCs, PC voters in Ontario are flipping to Carney because he's doing what he said he was going to fucking do and wasn't playing politics. He's playing for keeps. That Canada is the world leader, exactly where we should be, alongside Europe.
Right.
You're done.
What? We keep hearing every day. I keep hearing every day. The worst is yet to come for our country, for the United States.
Yeah.
What does that look like to you, Tom?
You've got to come crawling back, trying to figure out where you're going to buy your stuff.
No, no, no. Hang on.
We have to start with your economy.
No, I know, but I didn't. That's not where I was going. I didn't
Or
say
are
the
you
question
talking
properly.
morally?
No, no, no. I'm talking morally, ethically, physically,
On the global stage?
and the global stage. What's going to happen next to us in America? Are we going to go bankrupt? Are we going to go into a recession? Are we going to have wars on the streets? Are we going to have American citizens killed by the military? What's going to happen next to us?
Okay. You're getting to a point right now where the public is done. I still don't know how 32 or 34% still.
I can't.
I don't
Well,
get that.
I
I don't
can't.
get it.
I
But
can't.
they're falling away. Okay. You're going to see by what I'm seeing with your voting right now, you're getting social democrats in,
Right.
or democratic socialists, excuse
Right.
me.
Right.
Okay. Bit of a distinction, right?
Right.
Your your country is on the right trajectory with the right type of people, exactly where it should have been coming, let's say, out of the 70s
Right.
up.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. But Reagan fucking did his thing when he went all red and bullshit happened. And that's when everything started falling apart.
Right.
I think you're going to get a collapse. Okay. Uh, you're going to get fights. But I think if the Democrats play it right and they don't fuck around when they get in power and they impeach, they arrest, they
Yes.
indict, if
Yes.
they get
Yes. Yes.
if
Yes.
they
Yes.
get that
Yes.
done right away,
Yeah.
the rest of the world may have a little bit of faith in and come back to help you rebuild from the shit. If you don't,
Yeah. We're done.
we're gone.
We're done.
That's your last chance.
Right.
Absolute last chance to prove that you can do something right.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would think that democracy in the United States has a lifeline of about 6 years left. And what I mean by that is 2 years if we win the House and Senate now, and then 4 years if we win in the presidency in 2028 and retain the House and the Senate. That's a 6 year lifeline. What concerns me is that we win the midterms, we win the Senate, and we win the House, and somehow, way, shape, or form, the Republicans go, it's time to move on.
The Democrats are, yeah, okay.
I'm fucking done at that point. I'm fucking done at it. Because I literally, listen, I understand that politics are tough. I understand that the country is very badly broken, but you have to prioritize. Number one. Go
I have
ahead.
to stop you though. I have to disagree with the 6 year lifeline.
Okay,
You have
good.
12 months. You have 12 months from January 3rd.
Assuming House
Okay.
and Senate. Assuming House and Senate.
Assuming.
Right. Right.
Assuming. Because if you don't immediately indict these people,
Right. I agree.
we won't give you the other 5 years to try and fix it.
That's a great point.
Indictments have to be made and they have to be in court before the end of next year.
Yeah.
They should be in jail by October, no later.
What I unfortunately, our fucking judicial system moves at glacial speed. The glaciers in Newfoundland move faster than the fucking glaciers in the judicial system. But I totally agree. I think on January 21st or whatever, January 1st, when the new House and Senate are seated, I think first order of business that there should be indictments by the end of the week.
100%. January 3rd comes, subpoenas and indictments. They should be written up on January 2nd.
Right.
And at noon on January 3rd, out they go.
But now let's talk about that because something just hit me. Impeaching Trump, they don't need Todd Blanche because that's the House and the Senate. You know, Blanche could represent him and stuff like that. That's fine. But indictments, they'd have to go through the DOJ.
Yeah. Impeach Blanche.
Oh yeah, you'd have to impeach Blanche first of all. Yeah.
Not just Blanche. At the same time, the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
At the same fucking time.
My point
and
being,
any judge that has sided like Tannen with Trump.
Well, my point being is that if I think about this realistically, the odds of people being in shackles by the end of October next year, I think are going to be pretty slim to none. However, to your point, which is an excellent point, the odds of critical people being impeached by October are significant.
When properly motivated, you can have your judicial system actually work properly and expedite things.
Correct.
Right? You can put other cases on the back burner. These are
Right.
priority. Okay. There's no fucking around here. These people have to go to prison. Put all your other fucking cases on the back burner. The rest of the world doesn't care. If you don't want to do it, fine. Give the cocksuckers up to the IOC.
Right.
We'll fucking and let the world deal with it.
Exactly. I think I've answered this question before in one of our many shows, but I'm going to ask it again now because I think it's relevant. Why are we so different, Tom?
Not IOC, ICC.
ICC.
Sorry.
Why are we so different? I mean, the Canadians.
Education.
Yeah.
Education. That's why we're different. Okay.
Right.
We are one of the most highly educated populations on the planet.
Right.
Okay. We pay a lot of money for our education, but we use it. And if we can't use it here, we find places to go to use it. We're all coming home now, which is why you're seeing an intelligence increase, I think, in our population. But that's what it comes down to. And when it comes to the politics of it, we had a difference of opinion on policy, and we realized that policy doesn't matter when the country isn't under
Yes.
attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So because we remember our history, we focus on it. I don't let my children forget it. Never forget our history
right.
in war, in anything. Okay.
Right.
Just because I'm starting to lose my train of thought here, my track, but
why are we different?
Yeah, that's probably why. It's because the passion that I have to make sure my children know and understand what our country is, what we fought for. Another big thing, we had to figure out all together, province by province, how to work together to make a country. We were English, we were French, we were Native, coast to coast. The eastern provinces, right? The Maritimes, their culture is different than Quebec, which is different than Ontario, which is different than Alberta. But we came together. You guys basically came in and just took over everything.
Right. We didn't assimilate.
Like, hey, look, you're talking about blowing shit up in your national anthem.
Yeah.
Okay. So
what about laziness? Is Canada a lazy?
laziness?
Is Canada a lazy population?
Per capita to the United States, I'd say no. But
yeah, I was expecting that answer.
I can't generalize because every population has their lazy ones on the dole, and then they have their ones that are just bad luck, stuff like that. So it's just really hard to put. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
put a label on it.
I think for me to answer that question, I think education is definitely number one. I also think, and after speaking to you and we, and other Canadians, you don't seem to have this concept of entitlement where we, as Americans, because we're in America, have this concept of entitlement.
Yeah, you got that from the wars, from the world wars. You come in late to both of them, you help at the end, and then jerk yourself off and say, hey, we're all here, give us what we want. And that's how it worked out. The rest of the world's not taking that bullshit anymore. We don't give a fuck about your exceptionalism down there because of that.
But the other thing that fascinates me, and I remember we talked about this probably like the first or second show we did about the population differences in Canada and the United States. And Canada population-wise, significantly smaller than the United States population. Mm-hmm. But I suspect, and please correct me if I'm wrong, there's always going to be differences within large populations, right? So in your
Oh,
province, but so in your provinces, you're going to have people who have different pockets of beliefs and so on and so on. Whether they're policy related, whether they're religious related, whatever the case, there's always going to be different. But you don't seem to have this identity crisis issue in Canada like we have here.
yeah.
Like you've got Maple MAGA, right? So that's the closest that you'll get. You'll get Maple MAGA, who people who just think, oh, I'm Maple MAGA, I'm Maple MAGA.
Those are the idiots that I always run into at the bar that you never see on a college campus because they
Right,
think they're fucking cowboys and they're not.
right.
Okay, that's they're anomalies.
Yeah, but we have people here, bro, that cover the age range spectrum. I mean, we have people here from 18 to 77 that are some dumb ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, look at your education system.
I
Every,
mean,
every red state is the dumbest fucking state, and every blue state is a lot more, uh, higher intelligent population. It, it's you can go on and just Google the stats on that one.
yeah, but this is
It's easy enough to find.
what bothers me, bro. I mean, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Um, I was a Republican, now I'm a Democrat. Um, but I don't understand why people just can't open their eyes and ears. The man is an adjudicated rapist. That means
I
he
don't
was
think it
found.
affects them.
It doesn't affect them, and because of the misogyny, they sit there and say, "Oh, she deserved it," or "She wanted it."
The I think the 32 or 34%, whatever it is just the bottom of the barrel of
It
the
is.
society.
It
Okay,
is.
these are the people that think it's okay to rape children.
Right.
Look at fucking Bobert's kid. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's always out of a Republican family, or as a Republican, or as a clergy, or a spiritual leader of some sort. It's always one of those. It's never, or I can't say never, but very rarely, a highly educated person,
Right.
right? It's if it is a highly educated person, you're looking at like teachers that
Right.
are have been
Yeah. Yeah.
busted for, and none of us say that shit is fine. Like everybody on the left absolutely condemns that shit, right?
Right.
But you don't hear the right condemning it. They're they're rewarding it right
Yeah. The same thing happened with the Abraham Lincoln. I mean, I started seeing TikToks all of a sudden. Oh, they knew what they were signing up for. Stop being such a pussy. They need to man up. That was the big one that I got. They need to man up.
now. They need to, yeah, yeah. They're man up. Okay, Captain, turn the ship around, head
Right.
home against orders.
But why is it that their stories, why is it that they just keep moving the goalpost over and over and over again? What's
Because
the
they can't
psycho
back it up.
what's the
They double
psychological
down.
reason?
They have to double down. It's like you start watching a shitty movie and you get half an hour, 40 minutes away in, and you're like, why am I still watching this? Ah, fuck, there's 20 minutes left. I'm just going to
Yeah,
torture myself through it, right? You're committed to it. Okay. You're committed to just wasting your time on it. And that's what they're doing. They're committing to something. And every time they have to move the goalpost to keep the focus shifted and to keep you moving with it. Turn the fucking movie off. Okay. The rest of the world's done watching it. Just shut it off.
But do you think they can't do that because of some kind of personality, psychological disorder, or what have you? They're just afraid to say they were wrong. I mean, what's the underpinning on all that?
For the, yeah, for the 1%ers or half percenters or whatever the fuck is in his orbit right now, It's because they're in the Epstein files. They have to do what he wants no matter what. And I think Bibi's got those things in his hand, and Putin's got them for sure. So that's one of the big issues there. As for the people that are down in fucking Alabama,
Right.
they're, again, it comes back to education. Okay, they don't think through it. They don't run the scenario in their head. So if he does this, say, okay, the Abraham Lincoln knew what they were getting. Oh yeah, okay. Well, they have to stay there. No, they should be coming home. No, they need to stay
Right.
there because they knew exactly, like, we have to do this because Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Oh, okay. But why aren't they getting food? Oh, wow. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Iran can't get a nuclear weapon, right? Like, they just have to keep snowballing that, and it's finally cutting through to some people down there, thankfully.
Do you think, because I'm seeing it, I'm definitely seeing it across my platform, but do you think MAGA is breaking away?
Yes. Uh, from the top down at
Yeah,
that,
yeah, not the
look at
34,
Levitt.
not the 34%. They're not. No.
Like, look at KKK Levitt there, right? I think she got a little pissed that she was used as a decoy on a bullshit BB setup for Trump. Like, they finally realized that he will throw them under the bus for
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
life, limb, everything. And I think they're finally cluing in that it might not be worth their life to be around
I've
this guy.
I've seen a lot of X posts lately, with MAGA writing to President Trump, pleading for help with gas prices and health and so on and so forth, and or people or MAGA just actually come out and saying to Donald Trump, "Fuck you! I voted for you 3 times, and you've done shit for
Yeah.
me. You're a liar. You're a cheat. You're a con man, and so on and so forth." I just wonder how I'm wondering how that's going to play out in the midterms. Because they're not going to vote for Democrats.
They're just not going to show up.
They're just
They
not
won't
going to
show
show
up.
up. Right. Right.
They're not going to show up.
Which
They're
is
not going
going
to
to
get numbers. They're not, because they're going to spoil their ballots, or they're going to say fuck this or whatever, or they're just not going to go to the polls because they can't bring themselves to actually realize that the social democratic socialists want to actually give them health care and give them a living wage and improve their lives, right?
That's
They
that's the
don't
thing
get that.
that's the thing that's always amazed me is that it's always us against them, it's right against left, it's liberals against MAGA, and I can't tell you how many times I've posted to MAGA saying you do realize we're trying to help you.
It's not
You do realize that.
it's not I'm starting to come out of my hate phase for MAGA. Um, a lot of them are still like, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be friends with these people ever again because they've shown me who they are. But they're, I think, starting to understand that it's not the people on the left, it's the people on the top,
Top. Right.
right? Um, it's never been about your immigration. It's always been about Republican division. And they've managed to keep the United States divided for decades. Every time a Democrat came in and fixed everything, the Republicans came in and fucked it up just to keep that division alive because they had that opportunity. Get rid of one Republican president in between the Democrats and and have given them a Congress that could work with them, your country would be so different.
Let me ask you, Tom, give us an education on the history of Canada. One of the big things that concerns me is what I call the flip flop phase of America. And that's what you're alluding to now, the flip flop phase of America. So every 2 to 4 years, we flip.
Mhm.
So the Democrats come in, they take up, they fix up everything. Republicans come in, they fuck it up again. The Democrats have to come back, fix everything again. So that's the flip flop. Right.
Yeah.
That's not sustainable anymore. stuff has to carry from year to year, through term to term, through election to election, so that it has to stay in place and so on and so forth. Some things can change, I agree some things can change. But um, for some reason, we've liked flip-flopping in the past, like, 4 decades.
Mhm.
This is like the new thing to us to do. Give us Canadian history. How does are Canadians flip-floppers, or do you just kind of start your shit over here
Unfortunately,
and
okay.
just
Unfortunately,
go
we
with
are fucking stupid. We are so fucking stupid when it comes. Yes, we are flip floppers. Yes, we are flip
Really?
floppers. Yes, we go between fucking PCs and liberal, PC liberal, PC liberal. We have
So you're the same thing
Green
as us.
and we have NDP and we have multiple parties and we only go with one of two. Right now, though, they're not playing politics. They're playing
Country.
we're at war. Watch what I'm going to do, and Carney's getting things done instead of the usual. We're going to make these promises, and then give you a little taste, and then use that still to get reelected. All that crap that was always being played, right?
Yeah. That's interesting to see that you guys go through the same things that we do as well. Again, this is my naive take. I'd like to get to a point where, okay, so there's a Democratic House, a Democratic Senate, Democratic President, and we do some really good things. And the Republicans come in after that and they build on top of that, add some new things, maybe take away one or two things, and then we just continue to go through there. But the flip flopping is just not really sustainable anymore.
No.
And we're
Two
going
party
in,
system.
right?
I don't think a two party system should exist.
And we're going into it in 2028 again, because if we get a Democratic president, they're going to have to spend their first term unfucking doing everything that Trump just did.
There's one of the big problems right there is the ability to come in and just undo everything.
Right.
Should not be able to do that.
Right.
There's got to be some accountability, and the whole honor system obviously can't fucking work for you people.
Right. No. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So we can't trust you. You got no honor system. You really need to figure out how to solidify this stuff without having to codify it through every state to make anything work.
Right. Okay, I'm going to ask you the next question, and then I'm going to back away from the screen because I don't want to hear you yell when I ask this question, okay?
Is it about Rand Paul? I hope not.
No, not about Rand Paul. He's not on my list today. Tom, what the fuck is up with BB?
Oh, that fucking piece of shit. He just want. I swear, he's your president right now. Right?
I know he is.
Holy fuck! He's
the
keeping his
51st
ass in
state.
prison. That's all he's doing. I honestly, I can't understand how he hasn't been escorted by fighter jets over other countries and forced down to be arrested. I don't know. I have to find out what his flight paths are, because if he goes over any NATO country, they should nail his ass.
But let's go. Okay, so let's go full circle now. We talked about lack of education being a problem in the United States, not in Canada. Where does Israel sit on that? I consider the Israelis to be highly educated people.
Look, first we got to differentiate. Okay, we can't be talking about Israelis and we as the same as the Israeli government.
Right, of course not.
The state of Israel and Israeli people,
two different
completely
things.
separate.
Two different things.
The Israeli people have tried, and they have ousted him before, but they brought him back. Okay, so look. I can't. I just hate generalizing because I can't say by population, because everybody is different, right? Every person is different, but as a general, I think population, the Israelis, the Jewish people, are absolutely intelligent enough to No, they're very intelligent.
Yeah, that's the part that bothers me because they're very intelligent people, but they're sitting with somebody who's as corrupt as Donald Trump. So here we have two countries, actually three countries, maybe if you include Russia, two countries who repeatedly elected the same crook. And and here the world is now in all this turmoil, and we're scratching our heads wondering how we got
Three
here.
autocrats.
Yeah,
Three,
Russia.
3 foot in the grave autocrats
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
are fucking us. The entire planet. This is not acceptable. And I don't know. Well, I have an idea of how we got to get out of it, but when it comes to like when this is over, there has to be assurances from Iran to whatever new coalition of government
Yeah, they're going to be
Canada
part.
and
Yeah, right.
Europe come with, because it is not going to fly them charging tolls for us to have oil come through
No,
just because of an association with the United States. It's not going to fly, and then they're going to have to deal with us.
I actually,
So,
I actually think that the toll is bullshit. I actually think they're just saying that now to piss off Trump, and when the next Democratic president comes and say, "Oh, there's no tolls, it's free." Go ahead,
yeah,
fucking
there's
tell
there's there's no way they can toll it.
No, it's not sustainable.
No
Not
way.
sustainable.
Like, because if they keep firing on ships and trying to toll after this is said and done, it's not going to go over well for them. I don't think. No.
But Bibi's up for election soon, isn't he? In October?
Hmm. He's up for elections and he's up for prison. He's
Yeah.
and honestly, I don't want. I want him in the ICC for the
Yeah.
genocide he's been committed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What I want to make sure is the prick lives the rest of his life
Right.
in behind those bars, and the other inmates get to do whatever they feel like to him for the rest of his miserable life.
Right.
But
Getting close.
I
Go
digress.
ahead. Go ahead. I digress. Staying close to the region, give me your predictions for Iran.
I don't think anything is going to really change between now and December. Okay, not December, January. No, no, I'll say December. I'll say December simply because in December he's going to want to ramp things up to fuck over the Democrats in January. He's going to do whatever he can to make it as bad as he can at that point.
Right.
Up until then, I think he's probably going to be treading water like he's doing right now, unless we're lucky enough that he slips and falls down the stairs or gets stuck in a fucking a catering truck or something. You know?
I get that. Yeah, I have two predictions. I think actually, I actually thought by tomorrow that he would declare unilateral victory and announce the strait is open and all the ships would leave, even though it's a lie. But my other prediction is if he doesn't do it by tomorrow, this war is going to last until the end of his term.
Yeah. Let's hope the end of his term sooner than later.
Exactly.
I don't think he's going to pull them out. Every time anybody comes out and says anything about the sailors, anything about the military out there, oh, they could stay there longer, right? He doesn't give a shit. He called them suckers and losers. Biden kept telling everybody this is what he'll do. The only thing that's he's gonna happen is the sailors are gonna turn around on their own. And when you lose your military, you fuck.
You lose it all.
Yeah, yeah. So that's he's lost his navy. He's
Yeah.
lost his navy now, guarantee it, because of what's going on right there. But the Navy commanders are also fucking themselves because their sailors are getting done with the brass.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem.
You're gonna, I think in the next 10 years, if you play your cards right, you're going to eat the rich and you're going to come out better than you were. But
Oh,
you're
I
going to
agree.
come out as an equal partner. You're not
Yeah.
coming out as a superpower. You're
No,
done.
I totally agree with that. So go ahead and educate, take us out and educate us on, excuse me, I have the hiccups, on what's happening with the trade agreement with Mr. Trump.
Canada doesn't give a fuck. That's what's going on. LeBlanc flat out came and said, "We have got no problem saying no."
Yeah,
Again,
I thought
no
I saw,
deal is better than a bad deal. We
I,
don't fucking care. We've got stuff lined up.
I thought I saw on social media that Canada basically just said, "Bye, we're done." Is that where we're at?
They got to a point. The bone of contention is your liquor, and
Right.
two provinces is carrying the liquor: Saskatchewan and Alberta. Go figure. The rest of the provinces, the premiers, aren't fucking stupid enough to say,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we'll put the American booze back on the shelves," because we will not buy it.
Right.
The people will not take it. So a bone of contention over the booze, it doesn't matter. You want to put it on the shelves. Canadian consumers will not buy the stuff. We're done with it.
And all this comes to it.
And that right there is in a nutshell,
Right.
exactly encompassing how Canadians feel about the Americans. We're done.
Yeah. And all that comes to a head this week, doesn't it? Isn't it like a due date, or isn't it like the existing agreement ends or something like that, like this week?
Yeah, I think so. Is it this week or I thought around
Next
the
week.
28th?
Oh, it could be. It could be. I thought it was August sometime for sure.
Yeah, I think
They're
it's
running.
somewhere near the end of August.
Yeah, they're running. They're clearly running out of time.
Yeah, and Canadians still, we don't care. We're not going to sign anything if it's bad for the country.
We I love it.
We honestly, we don't care. Like, there's nothing that the United States can do to Canada now. Nothing that Trump can threaten. Nothing that Hoekstra can say or do that is going to do anything to make us want to do business with the United States. Hoekstra's already keeps insulting us. We don't fucking care about him. We haven't been listening to him since he came up here.
Yeah,
right? We're
what's going on with that petition to oust the ambassador?
I thought I read something that it was going to happen, but I might have just been reading up on what was going on, that it was going on. But there's like 70,000 or something like that
signatures
at the moment.
It's over 100. It's over 100,000 signatures already.
Yeah. So the government, I mean, it's more, I think, a symbol.
Yeah, symbolic. Yeah.
Because it'll take a lot more than a petition to oust a government official.
Right.
But it's no different than us signing the petition to have Elon's citizenship revoked.
Right.
It can't happen. His mother was Canadian. He has a right to citizenship, but it was a symbolic measure, right?
Yeah. My friend, always a pleasure. We have to do this more often because it's really wonderful to talk to you. You always have a wealth of information. And to all my viewers out there today, we hope you enjoyed today's show. Take care, everybody. We'll see you all again soon.
All right.